Am I the butthole for telling my girlfriend that yes, the gym is more important to me than her and her daughter? I have been dating my girlfriend for about 18 months. She has the cutest little 4-year-old daughter from a previous relationship. As our relationship has progressed, I've been spending more and more time at my girlfriend's place, to the point that I've all but moved in with them. This is mostly just because it's logistically easier for me to go to her place since she has a kid and I don't. I work from 4:30 p.m. to 2:30 a.m. I get to bed by 4 a.m. and then wake up around noon, and then on most days head off to the gym and spend about 2 hours there total. I like to work out. It makes me feel good, keeps me healthy, and I also consider it a professional responsibility to stay in shape. Working 10-hour shifts means that I don't have a ton of time in between shifts, but that I also have more days off than most working people. This was never a problem until I, basically, moved in with my girlfriend. Suddenly lately when I wake up and try to head off to the gym, she's all, "Oh, it's all about you, huh?" Or, "You only care about doing what you need to do." My daughter doesn't understand why you are leaving and why you don't want to spend time with us. The last time things came to a head, when my girlfriend started objecting to my going to the gym, I told her, "I'll see you and your daughter for a little bit before I go off to work, and then tomorrow I'm off and don't have a workout scheduled, so we'll have the whole day together. But I have to get my workout in today. It's a priority." She then responded, "So, the gym is a priority, but me and my daughter aren't? If you want to be part of this family, it's not all about you anymore. So what's more important to you? The gym, or us?" I responded, "Well, if you're going to force me to choose instead of making room for something that you know is important to me, then I guess I have to choose the gym." I then left. I'm sitting in my own apartment now. Things may be over. In fairness, I should note that she wasn't insisting that I never go to the gym again, she just wanted to renegotiate my schedule. But I was unwilling because I felt as if that would get in the way of my goals. Am I the butthole?
This feels more like incompatibility than butthole territory. I also kind of feel like you were backed into making a choice. She gave you an either or question, which of course sounds terrible. I'm going to not the butthole because it just seems like your lives don't seem to be a good fit. Not everyone fits together, and that's okay. Am I the butthole for wanting to move my husband into a home on his dime? I married my husband 23 years ago. Yes, there was a large age gap. He had a wife and children and he left her for me. There were problems in that marriage that I won't touch on, and he and I have been happy. His children and I have never gotten along very well, and the relationship between him and his children has been strained. This is the dynamic and not what I'm here to be judged on. He was the breadwinner of the household, and I did some part-time work, but that was about it. We've lived comfortably, even after his retirement 5 years ago. My husband was diagnosed with Alzheimer's about a year ago. He's been getting worse very quickly, and while I've done my best, his care is becoming too much for me, to the point where I've made the difficult decision that I cannot provide what is needed. I've looked through a lot of options, and I've chosen to move him into a home with specialized care for his condition. I did tell his children, who knew of his diagnosis, about my choice since I felt they had a right to know. Now, they're furious with me, claiming it's unfair for me to do that, telling me that I wrecked their home only not to keep my marriage vows of in sickness and health to him, and saying that I've always been a gold digger, and my choice to use his money to send him away proves that. It hurt. I vented to a friend of mine, who told me that she did think it was cold of me to stop caring for him, as he will most likely decline more rapidly. Now, I'm starting to feel bad for the choice I've made. My friend suggested that I should commit to taking a class or something to learn how to care for him, and agreed with his children that I signed up for this when I got with a married man. Am I the butthole for wanting to move my husband into a care home?
This is beyond the scope of this sub. Advice from your husband's doctors and Alzheimer's support groups would be a better source of information for making a decision like this. Involving his children in the discussion would probably help them understand and accept your choice, but it's still your choice.
Am I the butthole for telling him if he doesn't stop forcing his dog on me, then his dog will not be welcome in my home? I will start off by saying that I am not a dog person. Or an untrained dog person is more like it. I have a firm belief that if you as a dog owner fail to train your dog anything other than fetch and give me your paw type shit, you shouldn't have a dog. Period. With that said, I also never saw myself having a dog. It wasn't really something I wanted. My BF of 3 years just basically inherited a dog about a year ago. His aunt passed on and his family didn't want the dog, so he took her. He was fully aware of my stance on dogs because roughly 5 months before that, he was begging me to get a puppy with him and I told him no. I'm way too busy with work and med school. But this is his dog now and I don't mind. He and I have no plans of moving in together anytime soon anyways. But here's my problem. He comes here usually every other weekend, sometimes more, and he asked if he could bring this dog with him obviously. I was very vocal about yes, she can come here but do not push the dog on me. I have boundaries. I do not want a dog in my face. She is a small dog so she constantly bashes her face off yours or digs, nips your face to get your attention and has drawn blood multiple times. On my clothing. I work at a hospital so it's unsanitary, jumping on me, etc. If I'm not in scrubs it's one thing but if I am, hard no. He was really good about it at first but now he is just being AF *********************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************** Constantly saying I'm being mean to the dog because I refuse to pet her every 5 seconds, which leads to her whining. After all, he has not trained her to have boundaries at all, and her anxiety is because of it. Doesn't understand why I do not want to spend every second of my time with the dog. Literally every second, even if I'm on my laptop doing schoolwork. He thinks I should be giving this dog attention. So last night I had just gotten ready for work and he was at my house with the dog. He kept saying, "Get her," to the dog, telling her to go get me. With my scrubs on. So I told him to cut the shit. I'm in my scrubs, do not tell this dog to jump on me. Period. I don't like jumping regardless, but definitely do not do this when I'm wearing my scrubs. He said it several more times until I finally snapped and called him a disrespectful D-head. He goes silent. 20 minutes later he says he is going to drive me to work in my car because of the black ice. My brakes are messed up, and he was going to catch the bus home. On our way to my work, the dog starts climbing up onto the center console in the front seat. I tell her no. My BF then says, "She does this when you aren't in the car." She just leans on me and looks out the window. Watch her, it's funny. I told him no, I have my ing scrubs on. Once again, and I do not want a dog climbing on me and getting dog hair on me when I have to go into a sanitary environment at a hospital. He then tells me I'm making a huge deal out of nothing, despite me constantly stating what my boundaries are, and then he told me I just hate the dog. At this point, I admittedly am starting to because of him. So I told him if he didn't stop forcing this dog on me, which is leading to me wanting absolutely nothing to do with this animal, she will not be allowed at my house at all under any circumstances. He is saying I'm an because she's just a dog, and I'm apparently overreacting about it and being mean. Am I the butthole? ETA. I am a surgeon's assistant, so yes, it is unsanitary. Having an overwhelming amount of dog hair on my scrubs while I'm in an airtight, clean room for surgery is 100% unsanitary. Last night was the first ever time that dog was in my car, so no, my car isn't already full of dog hair. I asked him to leave the dog in the kennel last night so she wouldn't be in my car, and he refused, stating she would get too lonely by herself. Weird how all the people who are just like my boyfriend and have no boundaries or training of their animals are coming out in the post. I'm allowed to have boundaries. Full stop. ETA. Scrub issue. Our hospital does not have a locker room, and we do not even have access to our break room currently due to COVID regulations. We even have to take our breaks in our vehicle. Changing at work is not an option as it should be. Not the butthole while the dog is the subject. It is not the true center of this issue. You set very specific boundaries, and this joker is not only intentionally trampling all over them, but also attempting to bully you into behaving the way that he wants. I know that 3 years is a long time together, but you deserve better, honey. And to head off any stigma of you decide to end things, you wouldn't be breaking up because of the dog. You would be breaking up because he egregiously and continually disrespected your, entirely reasonable, boundaries.